Hello Gary, I have been doing some research, so today I want to talk with you about turbine noise. Do you know anything about this?
Yes, I do, Jim. I consider myself to be an expert in this area. I am always amazed how quiet it is when I visit a turbine facility.
Okay, that's great. How much noise does your turbine make at the hub, at full power?
Well, I never had anyone ask that before. I'm not sure.
Your turbine produces about same amount of noise as a rock concert, 106 decibels or more. Let's try another. How much noise does it make at cut-in speed?
I don't have that answer, but we will be offering a 45 decibel average noise guarantee for this project. Our post-construction studies always confirm that we are well under the 45 decibel limit.
We will get back to that guarantee in a minute. The post-construction noise is measured with the turbine at cut-in speed, the lowest power level. This is no indication of how much noise the turbine will make at half, or full power. If you tested at full power, you would be over the 45 limit. Let's continue, I have more questions. Do you consider your turbine to be a point or line source of noise?
I don't know. What difference does it make anyway?
It makes all the difference in the world when you use simple distance attenuation to calculate how loud the turbine will be when it is located 1,250 feet from me and my neighbor. You know how to do that, don't you, Mr. Turbine Noise Expert?
No, I don't. This is stupid. You are asking me a bunch of trick questions. We are only concerned with the noise of a single turbine. We are not responsible for any environmental noise. You have been on the internet again, haven't you? We are wasting time. Let's talk about getting the contract signed.
Not just yet. You are not being very helpful in answering my noise questions. You should spend some time on the internet and look up distance attenuation so you understand how it works. The low-frequency noise produced by your turbines travels farther, and with less loss of intensity, than the higher-frequency sounds. This low-frequency noise is not stopped by the typical construction of a house wall. The only way to reduce this noise and protect me and my neighbors is distance, and 1,250 feet from a home is not enough. Why do you want to put the turbines so close to a house?
We must put them that close to maximize the use of the land. We must stay close to existing transmission lines, because we don't get any money for building them. Anyway, I told you before we will be offering a 45 decibel average noise guarantee. Why are you so concerned about this? Let's sign the contract.
What happens when there is a temperature inversion and there is no wind at ground level to mask the turbine noise, but there is plenty of wind at the hub to turn the turbine? Noise levels will skyrocket.
I do not know anything about an inversion. They do not teach us that in turbine salesman school. You are becoming confused. You must stop reading negative things on the internet.
I have purchased a decibel meter and recorded the background noise at my home at 30 decibels at night. If your turbines are at 35 decibels, that 15 decibel difference will make the turbines the dominant sound, and that is all me and my neighbors will hear at night. Also, I want to know how this noise adds up. If all the turbines are producing 45 decibels, how much noise will two make? And then what about 3 or more? These turbines will make an excessive amount of noise at night, disturbing everyone's sleep. How can you justify that?
Do not worry about these things. All of this will be covered in our noise guarantee. Anyway, there is no handheld sound meter made today that can separate the turbine noise from the ambient noise. Remember, you are saving the world and breaking our dependency on foreign oil, so that makes this all worthwhile. You want the price of gas to come down, don't you? Stop thinking about your neighbors. They are all complainers. The less contact you have with them from now on, the better off you will be. Now that we have all that cleared up, let's talk about signing the contract.
I have been thinking about that noise guarantee, and I think there is some smoke and mirrors involved here. What is the time period that is used to determine the average?
There is no time specified. It must be open-ended, to protect us.
That's what I thought. So this is how it works. You were pulled over in front of my house by the sheriff for going 60 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. When the officer comes to your car, you tell him that he cannot give you a ticket because your limit is a 45-mile-per-hour average. You tell him that when you passed through town, you were going 25 miles per hour. You also tell him that when you parked at the Piggly Wiggly to get groceries, you were able to record that speed as 0, and include that in your average, so you are well under the 45-mile-per-hour speed limit. Unless the sheriff clocked your speed continuously, every minute you were driving, he would not be able to prove that you are over your average. Do you see now why the so-called noise guarantee is outrageous? Without a time specified, you would never be over the 45 decibels. Your turbine could produce 65 decibels for days, and still be under your 45 decibel average. Am I correct?
I cannot confirm or deny that you are correct. Turbine noise is more like a refrigerator than a car anyway. I am going to need to run this by the Home Office.
You are underestimating the amount of noise that your turbines will produce, by a minimum of 15 decibels, and the impact it will have on our community.
We use the latest computer modeling to estimate noise levels. You cannot get more accurate than that.
The computer modeling gives you the results you need. I call it garbage in and garbage out. You inflate the background noise levels and overestimate how much turbine noise will be masked by the wind, to make your numbers work out. If this information is so accurate, why are people abandoning their homes because of the noise?
I cannot confirm or deny that people have abandoned their homes. I can see we are not going to get this contract signed today. You are the last holdout. You must sign soon. I have had enough of your noise interrogation for one day. I am going to be on my way, but I will be back.
Okay then, but when you come back you better have the answers to my questions. The more we talk, I get the feeling that this is nothing more than a scam so that you can get control of all my land. You could not care less about the impact these turbines will have on our community, for the rest of our lives.
I will be back in a week. I will be better able to answer your questions after you sign the contract. Good day.